Welcome all to the Nassau Coliseum in the city that never sleeps. This is Revolt Pro Wrestling and I am Dan Muldoon. Tonight we get set off on our road to the Clash of the Champions. We will see our first round matchup in the Television Championship tournament between Brian Pillman Jr. and PJ Black. And then our main event tonight, the Unbreakable One Michael Elgin takes on the purveyor of violence, John Moxley. Well, kicking us off, we see the return of Shane Strickland to Revolt Pro Wrestling action. Shane's opponent tonight is the Anomaly, the Question Mark. Little known about the Question Mark except that he's a practitioner of Monrovian martial arts. And here he is making his way to the ring and set for action. Looking back to 100%, Swerve, Shane Strickland. Strickland, fully recovered and medically cleared to compete, will be looking to re-establish himself in Revolt Pro Wrestling. But one does have to ask himself, will he show signs of ring rust? Maybe the time away has done him more harm than good, albeit that time away was needed. I guess we'll soon find out, folks. The referee rings the bell and Swerve is officially back in action. Straight out with a kick to the gut and then a DDT, planting the skull of the Monrovian martial artist, the Question Mark, into the mat. So far Strickland looking very comfortable to be back in the ring. Nice backbreaker. Drops the elbow. And a kip up just for good measure, showing that he is indeed back to his old self. Side headlock, a bit of showmanship now, just cranking on the neck, getting extra leverage. Strickland definitely looking to re-establish himself and maybe, just maybe, make it to the Clash of the Champions with a stiff right hand. Question Mark getting in, no offense in the early going of this one. Just I say that, he dodges the clothesline in the corner. Now Strickland on the receiving end of the Question Mark. Big drop kick. Question Mark missing that knee. Strickland with the forearm. Oh, neck breaker. Strickland grabbing a hold. Working the left arm of the Question Mark. Slowing the big man down. Question Mark fights out. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, clothesline drives Strickland into the turnbuckles and now just stomping Strickland. This would not be good for Swerve at all if he took the loss here against a wrestler who's little known, and a big power slam there. The Monrovian martial artist going for the pin. Strickland kicks out at one. Straight back up to his feet. Right hand from the Question Mark. Strickland straight back at him with a right hand of his own. Lifts the big man up onto his shoulders. And oh my God! Straight into the pin. A near fall. But Swerve is feeling it. And he's going to the top turnbuckle. High risk. Looking for that Swerve stomp. Will he hit it? Yes, he does. And that has to be lights out for the Question Mark. And Swerve Shane Strickland is well and truly back in Revolt Pro Wrestling. What a great sight, folks. Hopefully he can stay fit and healthy and the authorities catch his attacker soon. Bringing us action from our women's division next will be Santana Garrett and Veda Scott.
Emanation and a million faces form together, made for
Here comes the Ring of Honor Academy graduate, Veda Scott. Veda Scott, participant in the first ever Revolt Pro Wrestling match and the first ever women's division match when she took on Su Yung the very first week of Revolt Pro Wrestling. Now Veda was unsuccessful in her attempts to defeat Su Yung, but nonetheless her spirits will not be dampened as she gives it another go here tonight against Santana Garrett. On her way to the ring from Bellevue, Florida, Santana Garrett. Santana Garrett coming off a win against Chelsea Green a couple of weeks ago on Revolt Pro Wrestling. Chelsea Green stated that she didn't think Santana Garrett deserved her place in the women's locker room here in Revolt. Well, those words lit a fire in the belly of Garrett as she proceeded to kick Chelsea Green's ass and ultimately came away with the win. Tonight we'll see if that fire is still burning and if she can get the win against Veda Scott. Customary tie up to kick this one off. Side headlock by Garrett. Takes the arm. And just cranks it. Veda Scott unable to escape. Veda takes a side headlock of her own. Takes her over with a snapmare. Garrett out and back to the side headlock. Veda Scott sending Garrett to the ropes. Drop down. Leapfrog. Leapfrog again and just fakes Santana Garrett out and starts laughing. Oh no, my god! Roundhouse kick square to the jaw. Veda using the ropes to get back to her feet. And Garrett just takes her over the top rope with a flying cross body. Never mind a fire. It's now an inferno that's raging inside of Santana Garrett as these women go to work on the outside. Oh, and straight into those steel steps. Santana wanting to make sure she gets this done. And a spinning heel kick. She is not holding back. Level of competition definitely stepping up here as we head towards the Clash of the Champions. Everyone wants their name on that card. And right now it looks like Santana Garrett wants it most of all. Leg drop working on the left arm of Veda Scott, who's in trouble in the early going. Back to that left arm again. Front headlock. And all the way around into an octopus stretch. Veda Scott out with a drop toe hold. Taking advantage, kick to the thigh, drops Garrett to her knees, and now raining kicks on the chest and one to the head. Veda Scott back in this one. Lateral press hooks the leg. One count only. Irish whip to the corner. Santana Garrett escapes and a drop kick. Takes her over with that Hurricanrana. Once again goes to stretching her out. working on those arms and the abdomen, just completely twisting and contorting Veda Scott's body in directions it does not want to go. Veda Scott battling back to her feet. Big hip toss, able to escape, but the damage may be done. We see her grasp at her ribs, but Veda going for a submission attempt of her own with that cattle mutilation. Fantastic bridge. Santana Garrett rolls out onto her side, short back elbow, breaks the hold, creates some separation. Now drops Veda to, oh my god! Head scissors and just absolutely, oh, and there it is. That's the line salt. Takes her down with the head scissors, driving her head to the mat, hits the line salt and picks up the victory. Commiserations for Veda Scott, but what a win for Santana Garrett. Veda Scott still in the ring. Where is this going? But of course, a graduate of the Ring of Honor Academy and a practitioner of the Code of Honor, ever the traditionalist, Veda Scott shakes her opponent's hand and shows Santana Garrett the respect she deserves.
The time has arrived for the monster's electrical input to infuse life.
Folks, we were supposed to have tag team action next, but I'm being told that Austin Aries has something he wants to get off his chest. Of course he does. Why don't we just throw the program out altogether and call this the Austin Aries show? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This isn't a talk show, it's pro wrestling. Why they give this man the airtime, I will never know. After his past actions, how they can give Aries the platform to promote his arrogance and selfish ways is just unfathomable. I just don't know. I mean, he's out here representing the NWA and not in a good way. It's not in a good way at all. I just can't. Before he starts moaning, I just want to take this opportunity to apologize to all you watching at home. By the sound of it, the fans in attendance aren't happy about this one either, and making their voices be heard with chants of "You suck."
There's a lot of guys walking around playing their own best. But if you're sitting in some bubble with somebody handing you a piece of paper of what you're going to say when you got the microphone in your hand, if you're somebody who's in your comfort zone, who's being told what you can and you can't do when you step in this ring, then you can't call yourself the best. On the other hand, if you're going around from promotion to promotion, from country to continents, and you're winning belts all over, and you're doing it outside the bubble, outside the comfort zone, taking out all comers from every region of the world, then you call yourself the best. This is a platform where if you think you're the absolute best, you can come down here and prove it. I don't care what company you work for. I don't care what station you're on. I don't care what day it is, what time it is. You got open invitation here. You want to call yourself the best? You got to step in the ring with the best. So let me make this simple for everybody out there. If you want a shot, you know where to find.
Oh, thank God. Looks like somebody's going to take Aries up on his offer. But I don't recognize the music, ladies and gentlemen. And I've seen this kid before. That's Jordan Oliver, the Sauce God. This kid known for hanging around outside the venue and pretty much just bugging any of the Revolt staff that he can find about getting a shot here in Revolt Pro Wrestling. And I guess Aries said it was an open contract, so looks like Jordan Oliver is going to get his opportunity. And I'm being told that Aries has put a time limit on the challenge. Time limit of 5 minutes, so his opponents are going to have to beat him within the 5 minutes or last longer than 5 minutes. Interesting. Well, Godspeed to the young man. I certainly hope he wins. If anything, just to shut that big mouth of Aries. The ref rings the bell and we have 5 minutes on the clock. And Aries picks him up. And brainbuster! And oh my God, no. Just no. And Aries wins. I literally just don't have words. I really don't. It's not often I'm speechless. Just get him out of here. Just get him out of here. We finally get back to our program with action from our tag team division. The Butcher and the Blade take on RingKampf members Timothy Thatcher and Veit Muller.
And the nation and the million faces formed together, made for elevation.
The lights are out in the Nassau Coliseum. The air is filled with suspense as we await the entrance of the Butcher and the Blade. And here they are, accompanied to the ring by Ali. A couple of weeks since we saw these two last in action together. The Butcher going solo last Monday night in an attempt to defeat Eli Drake. Made a good account of himself, but Eli Drake picked up the win. Back to tag team action with his regular partner, the Blade. Currently undefeated in the tag team division. They took down the Colognes in their first outing. Looking to continue their success in the tag team division, as we see for the first time tonight Veit Muller and Timothy Thatcher team up. Two men not so successful with their singles starts, both failing to beat Tom Lawler in separate bouts. But the boss man of RingKampf eventually faced off against Tom Lawler and got the job done. Making their way to the ring to the familiar sound of Symphony No. 9, Veit Muller and Timothy Thatcher, RingKampf. We saw last Monday night on our NWA special report that Timothy Thatcher has been selected for the television championship tournament. However, unsuccessful so far in his singles career, he suffered a defeat at the hands of Tom Lawler. He'll be hoping to claw back some credibility with a win here tonight, as he will in fact face Tom Lawler in a couple of weeks in his first round matchup. So Thatcher will get a second stab at it. White Muller was also unsuccessful against Tom Lawler, and it was left up to the big man, Walter, to finally get the win over Lawler, and has now caught the attention of John Moxley. I can't wait to see how that develops, and Thatcher very quick out the gate, looking to get this one started, and now just suffering at the hands of the Blade, but able to fight back momentarily. Irish whip, Blade hard into the corner, picks the leg, single leg takedown, and then just hyper extends the leg of the Blade, and now characteristically going to work on the arm. You know his finishing maneuver is that Fujiwara armbar. Absolute master of that submission hold. Sends the Blade to the ropes, knees to the stomach. Russian leg sweep. And Timothy Thatcher off to a great start, and he tags in the young White Muller. And rumours were after his loss to Tom Lawler, RingKampf's general Walter was none too happy with the young man, as he and Timothy Thatcher proceeded to beat down on Tom Lawler. White Muller chose not to get involved, not wanting any more of Lawler, just simply walked away and went to the back. Now, we don't, oh, big neck breaker. We don't know what transpired, but rumours are that he's on his last chance with the ring general, and will certainly have to prove himself in this matchup. Back elbow by the Butcher, and a big knee lift, and the young man not off to a great start here tonight either. Walter will definitely be keeping a close eye on this one for sure. And the Butcher with that neck snap in an awkward direction. Brings him to his knees and washes his face with the sole of his boot. Butcher very impressive in his match against Eli Drake, but just came up short. And a big boot once again, washing the face of the young White Muller. Muller having no success here at all. Butcher looking very dominant, but just as I say that, curse of the commentator, Muller gets out of the corner and sends the Butcher across the ring into enemy territory, and now makes the tag to Timothy Thatcher, and they both go to work on the Butcher. Thatcher once again going to work on the arm, soften it up for perhaps that Fujiwara armbar. Great strength shown by Timothy Thatcher with that deadlift gut wrench suplex. And now Thatcher takes this one over. Sends him to the corner, big! I don't know whether that was a chokeslam or a Uranagi, but the Butcher came out of the corner with great power. Now sends Thatcher across the ring very hard into the ropes. Picks him up. Looking for that fall away. Thatcher lands on his feet. Spins the Butcher around. Sends him across the ring. And now he hits the uppercut. The European uppercut. Great impact. Now looking for the double underhook suplex. One of Thatcher's signatures, but the Butcher's foot very close to that bottom rope, and the referee calling a rope break. Thatcher stalking the Butcher, sizing him up, locks into Fujiwara, but Butcher very close to the ropes, just trying to outstretch that right leg for that bottom rope, not making it, but able to fight out. RingKampf firmly in control here and isolating the Butcher at this time. Tag to White Muller and assists him off the top turnbuckle with a flying cross body. Butcher trying to crawl to the corner, and he makes it. Here comes the Blade. White Muller sidesteps that bicycle kick. Oh, Saito suplex dropping the blade on the back of his skull. Dwight Muller showing great promise early in his career, but I just don't know if RingKampf is the right place for him to make a name for himself as he gets the near fall there. Talk about getting in with the wrong crowd. So you see the blade roll to the outside, back into the ring, and he takes down Dwight Muller with a bicycle kick that time round. Dwight Muller with a drop kick, great vertical leap. The blade with the ring presence to roll to the outside, create some separation and just gather his thoughts at the moment. But Muller very quick to the outside and continues his attack on the blade. Oh, and a big boot of his own. Blade reversing that one, throws Dwight Muller into the ring, catches his breath, hooks him for the suplex to the outside, all the way to the ground. Thank God for the matting, little as it may be. Went for Thatcher, but Thatcher telegraphed that one with an insecurity, and now all four men in the ring, and it's the Butcher and the Blade who come off the better of that one. And for now, Dwight Muller is without support, and a flurry of big stiff strikes from the Blade, and the young man is in trouble. Lateral press hooks the leg. 2 count. Irish whip, Blade to the corner, and a big splash. Butcher looking irate, wanting the Blade to make the tag, and he's attempting to do so, but rolls out of the way of that stomp. Dwight Muller now, neck breaker. Just thinking about it, this match taking a toll, just catching his breath for a moment. Deadlifts him up onto his shoulders. And a big running power slam. Shades of Dr. Death, Steve Williams. Neck crank. Dwight Muller now stalking the Blade. Looks for that cravat suplex but misses, and the Blade with a drop kick seizes the opportunity to make a tag to his partner, the Butcher. Dwight Muller reeling on the ropes. Butcher about to take advantage of it. Oh, face first to the mat. Dwight Muller crawling to Thatcher, makes the tag. And here comes Timothy Thatcher, clothesline. Forearm. Firing on all cylinders, but gets cut off, and a big Uranagi that time from the Butcher. And now Timothy Thatcher finds himself without support. Butcher and the Blade looking very promising for the win here. Big flapjack. Butcher setting up for that choke bomb. He lifts him up. Thatcher, arm drag out of it, and grabs the Fujiwara. The Butcher trying to outstretch that right leg for the bottom rope, but he's just not there, and that's it. He taps out, and just like that, RingKampf pick up the victory. Not a good day for the Butcher and the Blade. And finally, both these men come out of a match on a positive note. The action rolls on with a first round match from the NWA Television Championship Tournament, as we see Brian Pillman Jr., the wildcard entrant selected by Aaron Anderson, take on PJ Black. First, we will see the presentation of the NWA Television Championship. by Revolt NWA representative, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Anderson himself held this title a total of 4 times over the course of his career. That amounted to 877 days combined, nearly 2.5 years. The NWA Television Championship will be exclusive to Revolt Pro Wrestling. The outcome of this tournament will be decided at the Clash of the Champions on the 4th of July in Tennessee. Preparing to come to the ring for the first round matchup, Brian Pillman Jr. And would you just look at Pillman Jr. He looks like a man with a new lease on life as he comes to the ring in his father's ring gear. Selected by Arn Anderson as the wild card entrant. Pillman certainly embracing that Pillman legacy. Somewhat down and out on his career as of late. Didn't know quite where he was headed. But this could be the opportunity the young man was looking for. And he looks prepared to embrace it every bit of the way. And coming to the ring now, Pillman's opponent for tonight, PJ Black. PJ Black, a man who's also looking for a do-over here in Revolt Pro Wrestling. He came up short in his debut match against the Lone Wolf of Brooklyn, Low-Key. Great opportunity for both these men to showcase their talent and get ahead and potentially claim some NWA gold. And just like that, the tournament is underway. You see Arn Anderson, after taking up position in Pillman's corner, looking to support and mentor the young man through this match. PJ Black unsuccessful in his submission attempt there. Full Nelson. Pillman fighting out. Hammer locking. Strike to the back of PJ Black. And a big backdrop suplex. Both men tie upside headlock by PJ Black. Got that wrist lock. Pillman escapes out the back door, grabs a hammerlock. Just pushes PJ Black away. Goes for the knee, PJ Black, short elbow, and then a sling blade. Pillman up off his back, jawbreaker. Follows it up, tornado DDT. Side headlock, stiff right hand, clubbing blows to the back. And takes PJ Black all the way to the mat. The momentum shifting back and forth. PJ Black has him up and drives the back of his head to the mat, hooks the legs, all the body weight on the shoulders, but Pillman able to kick out with one. Pillman, head scissors, takeover. PJ Black rolling to the outside of the ropes to the ring apron. Pillman takes him off the ring apron with that shoulder tackle. Referee starts his count. Pillman follows PJ Black to the outside, a big soccer kick to the chest. Pillman taking control on the outside. Back elbow by PJ Black. Forearm and a chop lighting up the chest of Pillman. Pillman lifts him up. And face first onto the hardest part of the ring, that ring apron there. No giving that whatsoever. Pillman picks him up again, perhaps thinking about it a second time, but this time brings him to the steel steps and from the shoulders drops him face first onto that top step. Referee up to a count of 7. 20 count here in NWA Revolt Pro Wrestling. Pillman kick to the midsection, pump handle, driver. Doesn't hook the leg but goes for the pin now. Lateral press with the leg hooked. 1, 2. 2 count, near fall. PJ Black able to roll his shoulder. Pillman looking good here tonight. PJ Black now lifts him up and a big slam. And now PJ Black taunting Arn Anderson. Clothesline. PJ Black looking fired up. Ducks that one and a super kick. And just like that, the complexion of this match changing in an instant. Pump handle, power bomb. Straight into the pin, but Pillman with the wherewithal to reach the right arm out for that bottom rope. PJ Black going high risk now on the top turnbuckle. Big elbow drop but misses. Pillman rolls out of the way. Grabs PJ Black and a cutthroat swinging neck breaker. For the first time here in Revolt Pro Wrestling, Pillman hits his finisher and PJ Black is in trouble. 2 3/4, very close fall. Right now, Pillman looking good, but the lights go out. And PJ Black, he couldn't have done that on his own. He must have had help. PJ Black setting up for his finisher. And there's the cutter. PJ Black with some trickery could potentially put this away. Oh, and a very, very close fall. And now arguing with the ref. That's not going to do him any good. Disrespectfully stamping on the face of the young Brian Pillman. Again, we see that sunset driver. Back elbow by Pillman as he fights back into this one. Looks for a big lariat. PJ Black ducks it, kick to the breadbasket and a big lariat of his own. Black now wrenching the arm of Brian Pillman in a direction it should not go, but Pillman returning the favour. Arm breaker by Black. Oh! Stiff forearm. And now Pillman just wailing on Black, and he's looking for the swinging neck breaker again. Drags him away from the ropes. Pins him in the centre of the ring as Arn Anderson looks on. We're at 2. 3 count, and the young Brian Pillman Jr. fantastically picks up the win in his first round matchup of the NWA Championship Tournament. And he must be delighted. Fantastic job by Pillman Jr. Hopefully he can keep it going and get to the final of this tournament.
Chris is awesome. He's as hot as it get, the type to drop you quick with a mafia kick. Got the hunger of a young lion, plus the eye of the tiger. Pummel you like he's a young Tyson. That young knockout kid, split your wig, Rivera Cloverleaf, snap you like a twig. You're more than welcome to step up and get effed up from a hangman's clutch or hero's welcome. You're just a Joe Smo, he'll bust your chops. It's a KO once he hammer locks the cravat. Tomato cans don't stand a chance, no holds barred. Rolling elbow to a bozo's jaw. It's flawless offense done with precision. Get lumped up, he's head hunting, fuck a submission. Pound for pound, the best without a doubt. So come on down and get left out for the count. Yeah, better bring your best, cause here comes the best. Who's your hero? It's Chris Hero. Yeah, quit the injure, any contender. So who's your hero? It's Chris Hero. You better call the coppers, your mama and
And as advertised, our main event, the unbreakable Michael Elgin takes on the purveyor of violence, Jon Moxley.
And the nation, and the million faces formed together, made for elevation.
Here comes the unbreakable one, Michael Elgin. Elgin, a participant in the first ever Revolt Pro Wrestling main event, when he beat everybody's hero, Chris Hero, currently undefeated in Revolt Pro Wrestling and looking to keep it that way and continue on his road to success and hopefully make it to the Clash of the Champions in a title picture of some description, whether it be an NWA title or a Revolt Pro Wrestling title. I'm sure he won't mind. Making his way to the ring, Elgin's opponent for tonight, the purveyor of violence and fan favourite, Jon Moxley. Moxley looking to carve a similar path to Elgin on his way to the Clash of the Champions. Definitely a favourite to be in the title picture in some degree. Beat Eli Drake in his first outing and then showed up last week and got in the face of the ring general Walter. Perhaps Moxley feels like Walter is the main competition here, but Elgin will argue that point most definitely. But speaking personally, and I know I probably shouldn't, I'd love to see Moxley get a title opportunity in some capacity. And for the final time tonight, the bell sounds in the Nassau Coliseum. Moxley and Elgin tie up, but Elgin powering out and pushing Moxley off and follows it up with a big lariat. Elgin now showing that great strength. Deadlift, gut wrench, power bomb straight into a pin. Just a 1 count. Moxley now twisting the arm breaker. Forearm from Elgin. Moxley going for the clothesline, but Elgin shrugs it off and follows up with a big bicycle kick. All about Elgin early on, and then a wheelbarrow neck breaker. Strength of Elgin is unparalleled. Working on the trapezius muscle of Jon Moxley, just wearing him down at the moment. Goes for a pin. 1 count again. Moxley rolling away. Grabs Elgin and a snap suplex. momentarily creating some separation. Has Elgin by the scruff, but Elgin short elbows to the ribs. And a clothesline into the corner. Pulls him out, dropping him. Soccer kick to the chest, in for the pin again, looking to finish this one early, perhaps another 1 count. Moxley will not be put away that easily. Moxley knee lift. Just banging the head on the canvas. It's one way to get it done, I suppose. Pin of his own. And a 1 count. Hard hitting as Elgin eats that kick, and then clothesline dumping John Moxley to the outside. And now the big man uncharacteristically going to the top rope. Moxley down and a big splash all the way to the floor. Man of his size coming down on top of you is not going to be pretty. But Moxley mustering all the courage to fight back, but failing. Eats another boot. Elgin looking very strong here. Moxley choosing to disengage and get back into the ring. Bit of misdirection. Grabs a Russian leg sweep. Beats his chest. Forearm. Moxley is getting fired up. Another one. Follows it all up with a bulldog. Moxley taking the advantage in this one. Dropping an elbow. Using his body in a pendulum motion. Getting maximum impact. Takeover by Elgin. European uppercut goes for a forearm. Moxley shrugs it off. Grabs Elgin by the scruff. Puts him against the ropes. Irish whip. Elgin reverse forearm. But Moxley reversing the momentum and follows it up with that big lariat. Into the cover. Lateral press. Hooks the leg. Still only a 1 count, and Moxley can't believe it. These two men so impactful. Moxley looking for the Death Rider. And then he hits it. Into the pin. And a close fall. Elgin able to kick out. Back body drop. Now look at Elgin, and he turns Moxley inside out with a lariat of his own. Pin, close fall for Elgin, and now Elgin is in disbelief. What a hard hitting main event we have, folks. Elgin potentially looking for that spinning powerbomb that he usually ends the match with. Moxley aware of it, striking his way out. Kick to the gut. Double underhook. Death Rider. Elgin eating it for a second time. Hooks the leg. And John Moxley picks up the victory. And his second one here in Revolt Pro Wrestling. Maintains his undefeated streak. What a hard-hitting match. That was a great main event. Testament to the talent. And oh no, Symphony number 9 rings out, and the entirety of RingKampf are on the ramp, and Moxley inviting him to the ring for a fight. But unfortunately, folks, that's all we have time for here tonight. We have to leave it there as we look to the dates for Clash of the Champions 2020. 18th of July we will be in Anaheim, CA. 11th of July Uniondale, NYC. And on the 4th of July, Memphis, Tennessee. You can watch it all exclusively on the Kayfabe Network. Folks, as always, I have been Dan Muldoon, and this has been Revolt.
Emanation, and a million faces formed together, made for elevation. I'm a soldier, won't surrender faith is like a fire that never burns.